a polyamorous relationship, like be a swinger, or if you want to, if you have a girlfriend and she's polyandric, that would mean one girl, multiple men. Polyamorous is lots of men, lots of women changing. Or what I do is I do my hermetic circles. And like right now, like I said, I have 2 girlfriends, and they're looking to bring 2 more in that fit into our lifestyle. And if people go, wow, that must be strange. Well, what's strange is that people don't learn how to communicate to me. The way that I've been living this way most of my life. I mean, when I was 21, I was working full-time at a shipyard, plus I had 5 women that I was living in a house with.
No.
They were all my girlfriends. And, we were trying all these different, explorations and stuff. And I realized that while people say they like the idea of the freedom of polyamorous relationships, like the swinger lifestyle, someplace along the line, somebody down deep is getting some hurt feelings about the stuff. So, I tell people, if you aren't real comfortable in this lifestyle, examine why you're thinking about entering it. And then come in with not as a wounded creature or if I don't do this, I'm going to lose the love of my life. Because the love of your life should be you. And you should find other people that, 1, enhance your life, and 2, you can enhance their life. See, that's what's key to me. This thing about, wow, we got to play the bitch, we got to do this to them, and I don't see an us and them. Here's another thing about relationships. One thing I know, like I just turned back my money. I was going to get a PhD as a sex therapist, but if I would have got licensed as that, all the hands-on stuff that I do would have made me lose my license. So and besides, I make more money than most therapists. But the thing is one thing I understand about social interactions is this. Somebody has to run the relationship. But in doing that, you also have to do it in a manner that's fair. If you're not doing it in a manner that's fair, it's not going to work. So the other thing is, in relationships, Hypnotic and I were around when we started to help build this community as it started to really pick up speed and get strength with, a lot of the guys like David D'Angelo and all these other guys that are out there. But the thing of it is it's not one person. There are some people who go, no, it's all me, it's all mine. No, a community isn't one person, and it's never been one person. There were some people that started to make a lot of money at first, and then they think they have the claim on all marketing and all techniques, and that's kind of unfair to all the other people, because then they go, see, that person was one of my students. They took my stuff, now they're ripping me off. Well, information's information. What makes it our intellectual property, at least according to the law, is how we present the stuff that we present. Here's another thing about personal interaction. If you want a relationship to work, because I do more hypnotherapy with people to help them get over their hang-ups and stuff. If you want a relationship to work, what you look for is similarity. Now, this is key. When you want to find a reason to dislike somebody, you find discrepancies or differences. And wars have been waged under this concept. But the thing is, if you want to have a relationship that's going to sustain your life, and I keep saying you, and I don't mean you, Frank. I mean, right. I know you get along well with, with the folks you get along with. But what I'm saying in general, when people want to have something that's more than just, wow, I'm just going to go bang the bitch. And if you want to just bang the bitch, go bang the bitch. But, the thing is, at least be straight up and honest about that. And you'll find there's women that just want to be physical too. But after people get enough action to where they've knocked that out of their system, then they want somebody who recognizes who they are, not just what they represent. And that goes for men and women. And here's another thing. All these guys go, wow, you have to really sympathize with this guys. I go, look, I've done a lot more work on women than I have with guys. I mean, I'm probably close to having worked on 3,600 women. I've been doing this stuff since 1978. And the thing is that women are emotional creatures. Here's another real key point to understanding this. Men and women are separated by this. Men in general, and these are generalizations, but men in general are physical. So they will have intimacy to get the physical satisfaction. Women will have sex or be physical to feel the intimate connection. What I tell guys that I counsel, or the guys that come in and apprentice through us, I go, look, the thing that you got to understand is if you don't pretend to be intimate, but really allow yourself to be a little bit vulnerable here and be intimate, you're going to find that, yeah, the risk is there, but the rewards are so much greater when you actually melt into somebody. I mean, when you really connect with them. And I'm not saying that as like, wow, can't you feel this magical chord as it connects and everything fades? Forget the game. See, the other thing is, if you're always trying to trick somebody, then you're always looking for them to trick you. And the other thing about, it's like these guys, they recycle this old information about bitch deals and this stuff and that stuff. Here's what I'm going to tell you. If you go out looking for a bitch, you know what you're going to find? A bitch. If you go out and look for people, and now look at, you may go out and go cruise around, and you may find some lady, and she may have just broke up with, maybe her cat died. Maybe something happened in her life, something nasty, and maybe she's not at the peak of performances. She's just walking out just to get outside to get some air. And here's some guy coming up being Mr. Suavito, and she might be trying politely to blow the guy off, but next thing you know, it's like they're going, oh, she's got a bitch deal. No, she's acting like a fucking cunt, Maybe something's going on in her life, and not every one of us is always feeling at our peak. And so people go, well, then why should you be out in public? Well, because sometimes it's like this. Buddha said it like this. During times of trouble and trauma, chop wood, carry water. Make yourself busy. And you'll find that the thing passes. Mm-hmm. And sometimes it takes a lot of chopping of wood. So when somebody's out trying to knock the stuff off, and it's also, the other key thing is, I've been working with a lot of these guys. I'm up here in Montreal, and a lot of these guys will go, well, this is going to sound ridiculous probably to you, Frank, because you probably got this down pretty well. But it's like, I go, what in a relationship are you looking for? And they go, you mean like tits? I mean, you can get tits on any chick. What the fuck are you talking about? No, but you know what I'm saying?
I hear you 100%. They don't get the concept of what a relationship is. They're too preoccupied with the sex.
With the sex, and I go, dude, you understand, I charge a lot of money for you to talk to me for an hour. And you understand that you can go and rent one of these coin-operated ladies in this town a lot cheaper than you can rent talking to me about how you can trick women, because I don't trick women. I tell women, here's what my life is. I only date, and every one of my women know this. It's like within the first, if it's not first minute, it's probably first 15 to 30 seconds. If I know that they're trying to get interested in me, I go, look it, I appreciate those thoughts, but you need to understand something about me. I usually only date bisexual and